Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope all of you guys are doing well. So, today I'm going to be reviewing The Mighty Ducks 2, or D2 The Mighty Ducks, the follow up to the 1992 film. And this one came out, I believe, in 1994. And this one is one of my personal favorites. I feel like, in some way, this is the better film out of the entire franchise. Um, but we have Gordon Bombay returning from a injury due to him getting hurt in the minor leagues, which was one step closer of him hitting the major leagues. And while he's back, his approach to coach the youth Olympic Team USA hockey team. And of course, he recruits the remaining Ducks, and then we get a introduction to some new characters. Now, a lot of actors didn't return for this, and I'll get into that in this review. But basically, the goal is to win. But throughout the process, they end up leading to a showdown with Iceland, and Iceland, is a team that is, not looking to make friends. They're ready to get in and dominate, and basically take on the Ducks. Um, Throughout the film, of course, the fame and stuff kind of gets to Gordon. He starts becoming somebody he's not, and then it's up to his team to kind of realize, hey, this is not you, and they gotta reunite, or not reunite, but they kind of, the remaining Ducks and these new group of individuals kind of have to come together and become the team that they are. We do get Kenan Thompson. This, of course, Kenan Thompson would go on to do the third film, but this is our introduction to his character and the Knuckle Puck, which is pretty awesome. Um, and then he joins the team, and then we get the new Ducks logo. And yeah, I think the Mighty Two, D2, The Mighty Ducks is such a fun film. Probably one of the best sequels I've seen. Just the best in the entire trilogy. Just that's my personal opinion. Now, a lot of the actors returned. Some of the, well, not everybody, but a good majority of like the most popular Ducks came. You got Jesse, Goldberg, Charlie, Guy, Connie, Cake Eaters, as they call him. Or is it? It's last name is Banks. I can't remember. What his name is. Um, but they all come back. Hans, the mom's not in this one. She eventually does show up in the third film, but she's not in this one. They do state her, she got married, but that's kind of it. Um, then we get the introduction to some uh, new Ducks. We've got Portman, Dean Portman, I believe is his name. He is, what would become, him and, um, oh, what is his name? Him and the other individual with the slap shot, they would become the Basham brothers. Holden, I think, is his name, or something like that. But they become the Basham brothers. So we have the introduction of Portman. We have a male figure skater who ends up joining the team who's really good. We have this puck handler from Texas. We have Julie, who is a really good goalie. Like, she's able to stop a lot of the shots. And then we have another individual who can't stop. His speed's great, but he can't seem to stop. So at first, they kind of fight with each other, but eventually their skills, along with the remaining Ducks, ends up working out perfectly. Excuse me. Once Banks gets hurt, then Kenan Thompson's character comes in. Charlie takes the role of coaching. So yeah, it's a really fun sequel. I know a little fun fact that the actress who plays the teacher was actually in one of the NCI, not no, in one of the Law and Order spin-offs with Vincent D'Onofrio, I believe is his name. They did a Law and Order spinoff together. So she's still acting, same with Emilio Estevez, Joshua Jackson. A lot of them are still acting, while others I'm not sure what they're doing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a fun movie. It's, like I said, I think it, is a little bit better than the other two films. Um, don't get me wrong, I think the trilogy itself as a whole is fantastic, but there's something about the sequel that I just find to be more entertaining than, the other two films. And again, a lot of the actors from the first movie did not come back. Like Jesse's brother in the first movie, his character did not come back. No mention of him. Danny Temporelli did not return, and I think at that time Danny Temporelli was doing all of that. I think, or Pete and Pete. So it might have been Pete and Pete. He was doing that at that time. 94. If it's 94, 95, then yeah, that sounds about right. Because I don't think Danny Temporelli came in until like the third season of all that. I want to say it might have been the third season of all that is when he started coming in. Um, but yeah, he didn't return. The kid from Heavyweights did not return. Um, I think the first movie came up before Heavyweights, so he would eventually would go on to do that. But yeah, there was a few that just did not return. I think a lot of them went on to do other movies and projects. Probably one of the reasons why they didn't come back. Um, and then whoever else was in the first movie did end up returning and had actually been through the entire series, and made their cameos in the TV series itself. But yeah, I wish I could say more about D2 the Mighty Ducks. It's just a fun sequel. I've always enjoyed it. It's one of my personal favorites. I actually ended up watching that one first, and then the third one, then the first. Um, but but nonetheless, let me know what your thoughts are on D2 the Mighty Ducks. What do you guys think about this sequel? Is it one of your personal favorites? Do you enjoy it? Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like. Film Talk with Mikey. Until next time, we'll talk films. Peace.